Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. It's reset day. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. This week, I am wearing ethnic jewelry. And how y'all like it? Y'all like it? And I'm shouting out at HBCU each week. Bethune-Cookman University Wildcats. Y'all, they finally won a game. So all of you Wildcat alumni, I'm shouting you out. If you missed the show, y'all better share it with them. Share the video with some of these Wildcats out there. I represented FAMU already, but Wildcat Nation, just remember the All About Favorite channel and Pastor KZ shouted you out. And this is for my nephew, my twin nephews who graduated from BCU and they were also members of the band. I'm shouting you out, Donnie and Dewey. Wildcat Nation. All right, y'all, all this week is about random thoughts. At the end of the videos, please comment, like, and share the video. Y'all, the YouTube algorithm is asking us to please ask you to hit the thumbs up button. Please share the video. And those of you who have yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Thank you all, my current subscribers, for all that you do, the gear that you wear, and also the Boy Buy t-shirts orders. You still are not putting sizes there, and you're not sending your address. Remember, my email address is walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. Please go back on there and put your sizes and the amount, because I am not able to get these t-shirts and my team is not able to get them to you. We don't know what sizes to order, and we are taking pre-orders, which means you must prepay in advance. That will include your shipping and us getting them to you. Now, random thought week. Yesterday I was talking a little bit about something, and I got quite a few emails on yesterday's topic, but there was something I missed, and I needed to go back from Monday's video to bring up. Remember, I was talking about jealousy and envious people. You know what? I also want to make sure I include something on the opposite spectrum. Not everybody is jealous and envious of you, because some people, and that includes me, we got some good friends, and friends who really, really love you and got your back. A friend will listen and not judge you. True friends will stand with you in good or bad times. Friends will let you sometimes just have a safe space to vent. Sometimes a friend will just sit there and let you vent and not say a word. And when it's time, that friend will reach out and just hold you and just let you lay there and just cry on their shoulder. That's a real friend. Real friends tell you the truth, but they tell the truth in love. They don't tell you in a mean, nasty way, in a way to harm you. They speak the truth to you in love. And sometimes we need to hear the truth. We all need to have friends in our circle who will tell us the truth so we can improve ourselves. Friends will celebrate with you. They ain't gonna be jealous of you and making all of these little sly remarks and secret hate and shade throwing. They will truly celebrate you when you win. They gonna celebrate your successes. But also, true friends will sit right there and grieve with you when your mama leave this earth, when your daddy leave this earth, when your sibling passes away. A true friend gonna sit right there and grieve with you. No matter what, good or bad you're going through, it is so good to have a true friend. It feels good to have true friends in your circle. And I recall in the Bible when Jesus talks about friends, a friend will stick closer to you. So just remember that when you picking your friends, or when you thinking, it's coming up to the end of the year, there's some fake friends and I need to eliminate them. But today I want to talk about something that has been bothering me over the past couple of days. Now, last Monday I was going to do a second video because this conversation I had with my neighbor, it was just in my spirit of what we were talking about. But I thought against that and said, well, let me pray about this before I put it out there, because I'm a content creator. Once it's out there, it's out there. So don't be saying things are private once you put it on the internet. So I want to talk about this during Random Thought Week, and it's just bothering me. And this conversation we were talking about this new generation, and we were saying, what these young people being taught? What is this generation being taught? Used to be a time when marriage was a sacred entity. You know, that was the goal and aim back in certain eras and generations. You were taught things, how to be a wife, how to be a husband, responsibilities of the home and family. You were taught how to be a husband or a wife. You were taught to don't just live with someone or don't just shack with someone, as the older generation would say it. Young girls were groomed to be wives, to know how to clean, to cook, and do certain things, manage the home. And I will say this, and again, this is my disclaimer. I'm not an expert, y'all. I'm not a guru. I'm just offering you some thoughts and opinions based on what you want to talk about. But marriage, no, it might not be for everyone. But neither is being a thought. Neither is being a 304. Neither is just being somebody's baby mama or baby daddy. Y'all, what's going on in this generation? This generation, y'all need to be accountable. Young men, young ladies, y'all need to be held accountable. Y'all feeding your spirit with all of these negative songs. You know, you sitting around thinking it's great to go on national TV and you're down there on your knees, thotting it up, twerking it up. Don't you know those people are not laughing with you? They're laughing at you. It is not a positive thing when you go to an award show and all of you can see everything. There's nothing left for the imagination. Some older women who say that you're living your best life single and can't keep a man, or you don't want a man because you so broken, the truth be told. One done broke you so bad, now you don't want a man. Now you can do bad by yourself. See all of these things that's going on now. And now the sad part is you have people, men and women, 40 and up, saying this crazy stuff. Instead of them being role models, my neighbor and I was talking about, and leading the way, and and showing some class, some standards, now 40s and up trying to be like the 20s and 30s. So my neighbor was saying, and my neighbor, by the way, is a male, and he was saying, why is it that some older women who say that they are queens, why aren't they teaching these younger women anything? And I thought about what he was saying, and I said, why don't you elaborate on that for me, neighbor? And he says, it just seemed to be no role models. It just seemed to be that these young girls and these young boys running around here with no teaching. No one's teaching them. And he said, well, in my era, I was taught things by my uncles, by my father, by my grandfather, of how to act in public. He said, when I was a boy, I would never say certain things around girls. I would never put my hands on a girl. It's just a certain way they trained us when I was boys, me and my brother, how to even go on a date, to open the car door for the girl. Treat her like a lady, buy her flowers. Those things, that seems to be lost nowadays. And I say, yeah, you got a point there. And we were also talking about women, and he was saying, you seem to be a very classy woman. You seem to be mature and refined. Where are the women teaching, and why aren't they being taught? Teaching this, passing this on to the younger girls. They acting more like the younger girls. And we were talking about, he says, and you know what? The sad part about it is some of these women say they Christian women. So y'all, I'm trying to understand, why is it being taught, and why are people receiving this false narrative and fake information? Why are you sitting around? And you know what? I heard someone talking about this. And they were saying, women now have a list. They have a list of restaurants that they tell a man they not going to on no first date. Y'all, when did dating come to that? When did you get list of restaurants you're not going? I'm not going to this restaurant. If he takes me there, that's a no-go. I'm ghosting him. We were talking about this. When did we come to this, y'all? Now, some people saying, I'm living my best life. I'm all for living your best life, but I'm also all about living your best life, doing it with some class. Now, I'm going to just say this, and some of you might not like it, but I'm going to speak the truth. Ladies 40, 50, and 60 and up, don't you think it's time that you put away certain things? Don't you think it's time you put away certain type of clothing? Stop trying to compete with these 25-year-old girls and you 50-something. You look ridiculous. I know people is telling you, oh, you fire, you still got it, you got it going on. Yes, that might be true, but we don't need to see you, auntie, granny. We don't need to see you looking like some of these younger girls out there. It seems like you're trying too hard. You're just looking like a thirsty old woman. And guess what, y'all? Some of the people that's saying you look good, they're laughing at you. They're saying all I'm getting from you is auntie vibes. You know what, ladies? Yeah, some of these younger guys out there, they might be, quote unquote, as y'all call it, trying to holler at you and trying to get up on you, but it's nothing going to come out of that. All he's trying to do is get up on you to get what he can get and maybe get some money out of you and let you end up taking care of him, because all you're going to be at best is his sugar mama, especially if you are at a certain income level and he's trying to get there. He's a up and coming rapper. You a wife and a mother, or you have been a wife. What you need with an up and coming rapper when you've been in the game 20 years already? Y'all just think about some of this stuff. And the same holds true for the women in the church. You are, say you're a minister, you're an evangelist, or what have you. Do you know that there's some men in the church just predators preying on you, and vice versa? Some of you males out there's some women doing nothing but preying on you. Yes, there's some ladies out there whose sole desire and goal is to get with a ball player, a millionaire, or a rapper, or actor. That's all she's out there to get, because that's her come up, because she has no other skill. Do you ever see some of these young ladies with some of these guys? Have you ever heard them speak? It's like, girl, please don't talk. Just don't talk. Just stand there and look good in your dress and your hair and your lashes and your nails and all of that. Please just don't zip that, because what she's saying, she sounds like, well, my God, did you even get beyond 5th grade? Do you even have a GED? Because I can't even make sense of what you're saying. And that's what my neighbor and I was talking about. What's going on, y'all, in society? It's time. And he made a valid point. He said, you know what? Even though my father was in my life and he was present, one thing my daddy never did was go to the bar with us. My daddy didn't sit and drink beer with us and hang out with me and my friends when we got to be adults. He had his own friends. He said the same goes with my mother. He said, I have a sister. My sister wouldn't dare talk about going to the club with my mom. And I'm like, you know what? We do see that a lot. There's a lot of mothers and fathers out there, and they over 50, y'all. Sitting up, going to the bar, going to the club with their sons and daughters, hanging out with them. Used to be a time, I know I can just speak for me, y'all. In my era growing up, when the grown people came around, the kids, either you was relegated to go to your room or go out back and play. You don't sit up under grown people. The grown people, when I was coming up, had their own circle of friends. If they was going to throw a barbecue or a house party with their friends, you was sent to the mall or you went somewhere else. You didn't hang around grown people. And now you got them, everybody mixing in together. But what we were talking about was, you know what, it's okay to have fun. I believe in having fun, but I just don't see what a 50-plus-year-old woman got in common with a 19-year-old girl. She's your daughter's age. She can be your daughter. She could be your goddaughter. What you got in common with her to go clubbing with her every weekend and you 50 plus? That just, we was talking about how that just, it doesn't match up. You got 60-year-old men still got to go to the club and the bar, and they walking with canes. They got arthritis so bad they just haven't been able to relinquish and give up that life. It just what we're saying, and what is bothering me, y'all. When are we going to do better? When are we going to grow up? When are we going to start acting refined or acting like we got wisdom? The crust of the conversation was basically we ended on, you know what? It's people with wisdom. And it says each generation is supposed to build upon and do better. And those of us who are elders or mature, we supposed to lead and guide the youth. We supposed to train them and teach them ways. Now, if they reject that, that's one thing. But you will know that you have taught that. And all I'm saying is it bothers me to see so many young people just going astray. And they always used to say the youth is our future leaders. I don't know about that. They're making all of these comments about all of these elder statesmen and congressmen and congresswomen. They too old, they need to sit down somewhere. They say the same thing in the church. Rev need to sit down and retire and let some of these young boys preach. Where are they? Because when you look at the roster, all you see is another old man or another older lady. And then when you see a roster full of the young ones up there, they're doing all kind of theatrical things to garner attention. You got to understand being taught. Where are the lessons? You know, we got to learn the lessons, and we've got to give people teachable moments. That's all I'm saying. And that was just something that was in my spirit to talk about. Just random thoughts, y'all. We got to do better. Those who mature, those who done been through some things and seen some things, use opportunities with your nieces, your nephews, your grandsons, granddaughters, you know, your children. Use the moments you have with them to give a teachable moment. Y'all don't have to co-sign all of this here nonsense they doing, because a lot of stuff they doing out there is nonsense. When you see even your adult child going out there being wasteful and not using their money wisely, they buying outfits, buying sneakers, buying all of this stuff, and they haven't paid their rent. They haven't paid their car note. They haven't paid their insurance premium. You've got to sit them down, even though they're grown, and let them know, whether they reject what you say or not, it's still up to you to teach them and let them know, son, you doing this all wrong. You got your priorities mixed up. You better always, if nothing else, pay for the roof that's over your head, pay for your transportation so you can get back and forth to work, buying a new outfit, ripping up and down the road to every event, buying $1,000 concert ticket, flying off to Vegas, and you come back and you got an eviction notice on your door. Your priorities is messed up. Ladies, your priorities is messed up when all your money is going to your outward package and your kids going to school with shoes too small. Your priorities messed up when you see your son or your little girl needs to go get to the doctor because they're squinting in class. The teacher done sent notes home. Maybe you should have their eyes checked, but you can't go get the eyes checked because you flying up and down going somewhere. Some of you need to take a breather and stop. And some of you, even some of you ladies in your 30s, you got teenage daughters. 14, 15, 16-year-old daughters. What are you teaching these girls? When you got a 15 or 16-year-old girl in the house and she don't know how to clean up. She don't know how to go in there and wash dishes. She don't know how to go in there and put a load of laundry in. My question now is, what are you teaching her, mama? What are you doing? So that's what my neighbor and I, we were just talking about some observations we have about the youth of today. Youth of today, we love y'all. And y'all, we want to be able to just lead you and guide you and do better. Open your eyes and open your ears, everybody, to what's going around you. Society, a lot of things going on in society. It's the people within the society. And it's what is being shown on TV, what is being streamed online. You have got to be careful of what you are allowing to penetrate your thoughts and your spirit. Some of this stuff is just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. You've got to have a better quality of life. You've got to get focused and you've got to find some balance. Thanks for watching. I will see you back tomorrow.